Do you guys love a good movie spoof? A fun movie that parodies all of your favorite movies? Well, I do, kinda. Because honestly, most of them suck. I don't know what it is with the humor in these movies, but there is something kind of flat about them. Yeah, they sometimes elicit a haha or whatever, but most of the time I'm just kind of bored watching them.
He is in the building, the man who saved the world, Tom Ryan!
Oh, yeah, I get it. It's like that Tom Cruise interview,
I love Cindy Campbell!
but in a science fiction parody movie. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So, regardless if you like these kind of movies or not, my argument is that there is a video game that's funnier than those movies and beats them at their own game.
Stupid logo.
That's right, a frickin' video game. Whether you love Scary Movie 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 is your own business. Honestly, they have their moments, so I won't judge. But I really feel this game, that is Conker's Bad Fur Day, is better. And there is a reason why. Hear me out.
Conker, honey, fancy going for a bounce?
A bounce? Okay. Now this is what I call a platform game.
First off, Conker's Bad Fur Day was made by Rareware in its heyday. To those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, Rareware is a video game developer that had a partnership with Nintendo in the 90s. Nintendo games, like Mario 64, were like the Walt Disney of gaming, while Rareware was kind of like the Chuck Jones. While Nintendo games were more iconic and aimed for kids, Rareware was a bit more irreverent, like Chuck Jones. In fact, I'd even argue that Rareware's masterpiece, Banjo-Kazooie, is a riff on Super Mario 64. It's basically the same game if you think about it, but there's some added spice and parody. Like, instead of jumping into paintings, you solve jigsaw puzzles to unlock new areas. Instead of the graceful acrobatics of Mario, you get this. And instead of the colorful, endearing supporting characters of Mario, you get, a toilet? However, these jibes of Banjo-Kazooie were just the start. In 2001, Rareware releases Conker's Bad Fur Day and takes its comic mischief to scandalous new levels. In fact, this game was so naughty that Nintendo refused to publish it. I'm totally serious. Rareware was left to do all the heavy lifting. The game was even advertised on adult television networks.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you like that.
Oh my god. This is the greatest commercial ever. So, Conker's Bad Fur Day, why is it so good and better than its movie counterparts? Well, look at how it does a movie spoof, like this scene.
Guys, do you know what the password is? Felicio. Felicio? No. Felicio. Fidelio?
Huh? How do you know that?
Any Kubrick fans here?
May I have the password, please?
Fidelio.
This is a scene from a highbrow Stanley Kubrick film called Eyes Wide Shut. This one is really subtle, which is why it's so great. Which, is a far cry from how obvious and not clever this is. Here's another great spoof.
There you go. Now what?
Huh? Wanna go for a ride?
Not really.
Not really what?
A ride.
A ride, yeah. Let's go for a ride.
Hey, you want to go for a ride?
No, thanks.
No thanks. What does that mean?
I don't want to go.
Go where?
For a ride.
A ride! Hell, that's a good idea. Okay, let's go.
So a stupid potty humor squirrel game is spoofing a high art surrealist masterpiece like Blue Velvet? Dude. But this game doesn't just spoof movies, it even spoofs Rareware's own work, like that scene from Banjo-Tooie with the giant coal boss. This scene is spoofed with this classic turd.
I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
You even throw fucking toilet paper at it before flushing it down a hole.
Like you could destroy my beautiful flagginess. Oh, I'm going. Oh.
Ah, shit, yet another movie reference. So, going back to my original argument, I think these spoofs are way funnier than a lot of the parody that takes place on the silver screen, and I think I know why. A lot of contemporary movie spoofs act on one line of parody. Here we have the movie War of the Worlds, which gets spoofed in Scary Movie 4 by making the giant alien a giant iPod. That's the joke. Conker's Bad Fur Day, however, starts with Super Mario 64, which is riffed by Banjo-Kazooie, while Conker's Bad Fur Day is yet another riff on both Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, and on top of that, Conker is spoofing countless other highbrow, lowbrow movie references at the same time, and as icing on the cake, Conker is a spoof on the concept of what a cute, cuddly video game squirrel should be. The level of spoofing here is so complex and obscene that your brain totally short-circuits, and you're left with nothing but guffaws of laughter. Again, this is just a theory, but I think it makes a lot of sense. Next to a movie like Scary Movie 4, Conker's humor just has a lot more going on with it. And honestly, playing it again after all these years, I still think it's as funny and daring as it's ever been. Seriously, play this game if you haven't. It's great.
Chew on this, buzz suckers.
If it hasn't occurred to you by now, Conker's Bad Fur Day is not just a video game.
Hey, somebody jump for us?